I got raped yesterday in my apartment, February 15th, in the morning.
Some crimes are committed in darkness, but the deeper horror begins when the perpetrator believes he will never face consequences. On February 15th, in the early hours of the morning, a young Nigerian woman says her life changed forever. What followed was not just an alleged assault, but a chilling message sent afterward. A message claiming power, money, and immunity. This is Crime HQ. And tonight, we examine the disturbing case of a young woman who went public after alleging she was assaulted in her own apartment and then threatened online. According to her emotional video posted to TikTok under the handle @Meetup351, the survivor, identified as Mirabel, described living with chronic insomnia. She explained that she struggles to sleep and sometimes drinks alcohol to help her rest. On the morning of February 15th, she says she was intoxicated and asleep in her apartment when she heard a knock at the door. Believing it was her neighbors, she says she opened the door. Instead, she alleges she was pushed violently backward. She says her head struck the door and a freezer. She lost consciousness. What she describes next is deeply disturbing. She alleges that while she was incapacitated, the attacker covered her mouth with cloth and assaulted her. When she regained full awareness, she says she was bleeding. And she says her neighbors were not home, they had gone to church. She was alone. The story took an even darker turn when she received a message through TikTok. The account @Priston186. 0 followers. 0 following. In the message, the sender describes intimate details of the assault, details that only the alleged perpetrator would know. He claims they had met twice before. He admits paying people to block her route so she would have to speak with him. He describes how she rejected him. And then he writes something chilling. He claims his father has enough money to bury the case before it gets to court. He taunts her financial status. He suggests she cannot afford to pursue justice. He implies she will never find him. The tone of the message is not remorseful. It is boastful. It is threatening. It is manipulative. And it includes statements that investigators would likely consider admissions. Crime HQ cannot independently verify the authenticity of the message. However, screenshots have circulated widely online. In her video, Mirabel says she can no longer hold the pain inside. She says she feels suicidal. This is one of the most critical parts of the story. Sexual assault is not only physical violence, it is psychological trauma. It can result in shame, fear, dissociation, self-blame, depression, suicidal ideation. The alleged attacker's message appears designed to amplify that trauma. He does not just describe the act. He weaponizes power. He weaponizes wealth. He weaponizes silence. The suspect allegedly claims his father can prevent prosecution. This introduces a common and deeply troubling narrative in many societies. The belief that money can silence justice. If true, such a statement would not only be intimidation, it would suggest obstruction of justice. But again, these are allegations. What matters now is whether a formal police report has been filed. Medical examination evidence exists. Digital forensic analysis can trace the TikTok account. IP addresses can identify the sender. CCTV footage from the building exists. Phone tower data can place suspects near the scene. Digital arrogance often leaves digital footprints. If the TikTok message is authentic, it could be critical evidence. Modern cyber investigations can trace account creation data, IP logs, device fingerprints, login history. Even deleted accounts can sometimes be reconstructed through platform cooperation. The suspect's alleged overconfidence may become the key to identification. In the message, the sender claims he met her twice. She rejected him. He spent money to track her location. He orchestrated situations to approach her. This suggests premeditation, not impulse, not accident, but planning. If proven, that transforms the case legally from opportunistic violence to calculated stalking and assault. Online reactions have been intense. Many are calling for immediate arrest. Others are demanding identity exposure. However, public anger must not replace due process. What the survivor needs most right now is medical support, psychological counseling, legal guidance, safe housing if necessary, and above all, protection. Has the alleged suspect been identified? Has law enforcement confirmed investigation? Is there forensic evidence? Was a rape kit conducted? Has the TikTok account been preserved as evidence? These answers will determine whether justice is possible. This case is not just about one night. It is about power. It is about entitlement. It is about a man who allegedly believed rejection justified violence. And it is about a message that suggests he believes money can erase accountability. If the allegations are proven true, this is not only assault. It is intimidation. It is coercion. It is psychological warfare. To Mirabel and to anyone watching who has experienced something similar, you are not alone. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, please seek immediate help from a local emergency service or mental health hotline. Justice does not begin with silence. It begins with documentation, with reporting, with evidence. This is Crime HQ, where we confront difficult truths carefully, responsibly, and without fear. If you believe survivors deserve protection and due process matters, follow and subscribe to Crime HQ. And remember, no amount of money should ever bury the truth.
I got raped yesterday in my apartment, February 15th in the morning. I have insomnia. If I'm not drunk or I can't sleep. So the Saturday I drank and like it wasn't working, but I needed to be high enough so I could sleep. My eyes were tired but I couldn't sleep. I slept around 6 a.m. and around 9 I heard knocking on my door and I thought maybe it's one of my neighbors because it's Sunday morning. Most of them would have gone to church. Maybe one of them wants to ask for something or something like that. I stood up. I was having a headache. I was still drunk and I was having a headache, and immediately I opened the door. I got pushed back. Before I get to my door, like there's my fridge and then a few steps forward there's my door. I hit my head on the door because I couldn't, I got pushed back. I hit my head on the fridge. I passed out. When I opened my eyes, there is a man over me. There's clothes stuffed in my mouth and tied, and I was just there, mumbling. Maybe somebody could hear me. But it's Sunday. Most people would have gone to church. Most of them, because even the neighbors close to me has gone to church, because that's the only people that might faintly hear me mumbling. But when I felt like there's been over 20 minutes and I've just been mumbling and struggling, there's nothing I could do because I don't even know this person to begin with. I just stayed there. Then later on, I was bleeding, and I don't know why I was bleeding. I thought I got my period, but today the person texted me. It turns out this person inserted a face blade into my body and cut me so I could bleed. He said he was trying to simulate him being the first person that I could sleep with. He sent me a text. I don't know how to put it up, but post it after this video. I'm so sorry. I've had everything going on with me, and I'm so sorry. I thank you with everything. And I don't even know to react, but I went to my friend's place. I called my friend to come pick me, and I needed to happen. That's me. I'm so sorry, okay? I'm so sorry, but I can't hold up anymore. Everything is happening to me, and I'm sorry. I have been suicidal from the start, and I'm so sorry. I can't keep up. I can't breathe anymore. I'm sorry. Melly, I'm sorry. And to my TikTok friends that I haven't seen, I'm so sorry. And Kumi, I'm still so sorry that I don't get to see you go to school and graduate, but I'm so sorry. I can't hold up anymore. Thank you.